Hey, everybody, welcome in to another edition of the Inside Nebraska podcast. This is Zack Carpenter, the publisher of Inside Nebraska. And today we are welcoming on 2023 three-star Texas linebacker Dylan Rogers. Dylan was one of the official visitors for another big recruiting weekend at Nebraska. It was his first ever official visit of his recruiting process and his first visit to Nebraska. So we're going to welcome on Dylan now. All right, Dylan Rogers, welcome in, man. We're happy to have you. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I know with some of these official visits, I think people don't understand, like they have you jumping from place to place all over in this like 48 hour window. And
Yeah.
like the itinerary is really long for the things they have you doing. So how are you feeling today after you got home and settled?
I felt good. Like we got home last night, like around like 6 or 7. And I got up this morning like at 6:30 because I had like summer workouts at school. So I'm a little tired.
Yeah, and one of the reasons we had talked before your official visit, one of the reasons that you have the 6:30 workouts is because of that Texas heat, man. They want to keep you out of the sun.
Yeah.
And then we had also talked, like coming up to Nebraska, you said Coach Applewhite said the weather's going to be similar to what you're feeling in Texas. And It was mid-90s here all week, and it was like that when you were here. So what did you think about the weather and the sort of the comfort level between Texas and Nebraska?
It wasn't that bad. So we got to Nebraska like Thursday around like 6 o'clock, and then we had like dinner, and then we walked around like the campus, and then it started raining out of nowhere.
That's how it was for me too, Thursday night. Yeah.
And then we Friday it was pretty good. Like the weather was nice, and same thing with Saturday too. It wasn't that hot. It's not, we can't compare the heat to Texas heat, so it wasn't that hot in Nebraska.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess overall, just this was your first ever trip to Nebraska, and it was your first ever official visit of your process. So I guess first off, why did you pick Nebraska as your first official visit?
I feel like I want to go like experience Nebraska. I've been talking to Coach Root and Coach Applewhite and Coach Chin. They've been wanting me to come out there and come visit, and they impressed me this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, what impressed you the most about Nebraska? It was obviously these 48-hour official visits are jam-packed, but what were 2 or 3 like main takeaways? What impressed you the most?
Like the team, like the organization, like the coaches. I feel like when I got there, they welcomed me with open arms, me and my family. So I felt that. In the players, they were pretty cool. They were intentional, like the whole team, like everyone, they were intentional. It wasn't like no fake energy. I felt like I was at home, you know?
So it was very genuine and sincere. That's
Yes,
the vibe you got.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I guess it's funny, me and you were kind of in similar situations actually, because I accepted the job to cover Nebraska in mid-May. You got offered in early May.
Yes,
And
sir.
this was my first time out in Lincoln and getting on campus and taking a facilities tour, and it was the same way with you. So what did you think of the facilities when you got your tour? What did you think of the new facilities project renovation project that they're putting on?
Yeah, the facilities, they look nice. And then like when we got there, they showed us the video of the new facilities that they're building. And I like what I saw. Like the new weight room is going to be nice. The new locker rooms, everything is going to be pretty cool. So it's going to be all in one area. So it won't be like spread it out like other places. It's all going to be like in one area. So I want to go that far to go lift, or that far to go eat, or that far to go like study if I have homework and stuff. So it's all going to be in that one area.
Yeah, I think that's it's going to be done like summer 2023. So that's obviously a big pull for guys to bring you guys out of Texas or Louisiana or wherever. I know
Yes, sir.
there are a couple of visitors from Texas this weekend, another from Louisiana. You're from Texas, and I know Nebraska's made this push to recruit guys like you, and this is something we were talking about on Thursday before your visit. What have you learned about Nebraska wanting to sort of recruit in Texas? I know you were saying that like they really, like Coach Rude really wants Texas linebackers. So what have they told you about that sort of deal?
So like they They said like they really didn't say anything like this weekend, but I can feel that they really want me. I'll talk to Coach Frost this weekend too. Like he says that he really wants me to come up there and go to Nebraska. A lot of coaches like Coach Dawson said that too. Coach Applewhite, Coach Rue, like a lot of the coaches really want me to come up there. Also, Coach Brim too.
Yeah, when I wrote about you previewing this visit, I said it's sort of a kitchen sink recruitment where they're having like 4 or 5 coaches communicate with you frequently. When you came up for the visit, was it still like that? Did you get a lot of love from like all those?
Yes, I was talking to a lot of coaches. Like Coach Brim, he drove us from the airport to Nebraska. That he works with he used to be coached by Coach Rude at UCF and Coach Frost. So Coach Brim was like, Coach Rude is a great coach and Coach Frost is a great coach. So I feel that, like a lot of coaches, they were welcoming me. They were talking to me and stuff. So they really want me to come up there to Nebraska.
Yeah, and when you got there, I'm sure you did a film session with Coach Rude. Can you sort of, or even if you didn't do a film session, I'm sure they were talking to you about what position they want you for. I know you were saying Mike or Will, potentially like some stuff on the edge. So what information did you gain from Coach Rude during the one-on-one time you got with him?
So we watched film. He said like in their base defense, I'm gonna be playing Mike, but they're in their little nickel defense, I'm gonna be playing Will. So I'm gonna be playing like Mike and Will. So.
And what were your thoughts on that? I mean, how do you think that sort of tailors to your skill set? I know you were talking to me about how you guys run this double eagle front and you're like the one linebacker patrolling in the middle. So how do you think that sort of meshes with what you bring to the table?
I liked it. So the year before last year, like this previous year, I played in our defense. We used to have a Mike and a Will, and I used to play both. So I mean, it's like no different. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so it kind of translate pretty well.
Yeah. Yes,
did they mention anything about playing as an outside or like on the edge as an edge rusher or anything like that?
No, sir.
Okay, so it's pretty much shaping up like we had talked about, Mike or Will.
Yes, sir.
Were there any was there player film that Coach Rude showed you of current Nebraska players to give you a better idea of this is how you would fit in our defense?
Yes, sir. Yeah, he did. So we watched like some practice drills, and then we watched like some plays from like games, like the Michigan game, the Michigan State game, and other games.
Okay, so it wasn't like one specific player he was showing you?
No, it wasn't.
Okay. Yeah, and then sort of I guess piggybacking off that, you had said that you wanted to meet some of the players and kind of get their vibe. First off, like who is your player host, and who are some of the current Nebraska players that you gelled with on the trip?
So Ernest, he was my player host. He's currently like a freshman. He came in during like December or January, so he was an early enrollee. He showed me around like the city. And we hung out, like we went to his dorm room and we hung out with some other players. I also was talking to Malik. He's currently like a linebacker at Nebraska too. So we've been talking and stuff. Like I had fun this weekend. Ernest, he really showed me around like Nebraska and Lincoln. I really liked it.
Yeah, and I was talking to Sam Sledge. He's an offensive lineman commit in Nebraska's 2023 class, and he got to hang out with the offensive lineman a lot this weekend. He's like, I kind of felt like one of the guys, like felt relaxed.
Yes.
Was it a similar feeling for you?
Yes, sir. They really welcomed me. I felt like I was like a part of the team.
Yeah, and then with Ernest showing you around Lincoln, I know a lot of guys when they come here, before they come here, they're like, I just thought I thought Lincoln was just a football stadium, a bunch of cornfields.
I feel like that a little bit, but not really.
Yeah. So what did you think of the city? Because I mean, it's a pretty nice city. I mean, what were your takeaways?
When we first got there, I was like, this city is like pretty nice. It's like a small city and it's like calm. It's not too busy. So yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, I know you're from the Houston area, right? So I'm sure it's a big change.
Yes, sir, it is.
Yeah. Just I guess sort of to wrap things up, because I didn't want to take up too much of your time. Like I said, like 10, 12 minutes. Sort of get a feel for how the vibes went this weekend. Going forward, I know you said that you were going to take an unofficial visit to Texas, correct?
Yes,
Next
sir.
weekend.
Yes, sir. It's
Um,
just
yeah. What are your visit plans other than Texas, and what are you thinking about as far as like when you want to have a decision locked in?
I might like probably the end of the summer. So like soon.
Okay. And I guess just in general, what are like a couple of the main like most important factors that you're looking at? Like, I want this in my school when you're sort of evaluating where you want to take your game to the next level.
So like uh yeah, family. I want to feel like that little family vibe. I felt that this weekend like a lot. So I want to feel like I'm at home. It's like a second home. Like I want to feel like that good vibe, you know?
Yeah, because I mean, like guys say, it's not a 3 or 4 year decision; it's a 40-year decision, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yes, sir.
so you need to feel comfortable. You need to feel at home at your next school. I mean, is that sort of the vibe you got here? I mean, did you feel that full comfort level in Lincoln?
With the coaches, the city, like the players too, everything.
Yeah, that was one last thing I had for you was at the FNL camp. I saw you kind of roaming the sidelines and stuff with current players and with guys in your class. Did you get a chance to sort of see Coach Rude, like his hands on, the way he coached and stuff? What were your thoughts on seeing him firsthand coach?
Yeah, after dinner we went downstairs to the field, and then I watched Coach Drew like coach like the little linebacker, like the linebacker group. So I got to see like some of the he like some of the drills he does like at practice.
Yeah, I mean, but what were your takeaways? Were you like, hey, that I like that coaching style, or
Yeah, I did. I like this coaching style. So some of the drills that he does were like some of the drills that we do at school. So it's like kind of like the same thing. It's coming together.
yeah, well, Dylan, I didn't want to take up too much of your time. Like I said, I know you got a busy itinerary, you got workouts and stuff all week, and
Yes, sir.
are you going to be beating the summer heat pretty easily? I mean, I'm sure it's going to be tough this week too.
Oh, it's not that bad. Yeah, I'll be beating it. So I'm used to the heat down here, so it's not gonna affect me a lot.
Well, there you go, Dylan. Again, really appreciate you taking the time to talk with us today, and hopefully the rest of the recruiting process will be sort of stress free for you. So thanks again, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you.